Welcome to the Richard Lloyd USA YouTube channel. I'm Richard Lloyd. Today I'm making a video on reverting an MR7350 back to stock. And this is from OpenWRT. So I'm assuming you have an MR7350 and that you want to revert it back to stock after putting OpenWRT on it. Now, that router actually has three other brothers that are exactly the same: the 7340, the 7320, and the 7310 are the same router. As far as OpenWRT or DD-WRT are concerned, if you want to know more about that, click on the link up here. I have a video showing exactly what happened there. And great router, and awesome that you have three options to get the same router. Watch that video to know what you're getting if you're buying one of these. Now, reverting it back to stock is different on DD-WRT than it is on OpenWRT. So this one's just for OpenWRT. I'll be making another one for DD-WRT in the future. So I'm going to use my cheat sheet here. Hopefully YouTube will allow me to put it in the comment section below this video. If they do not, then I'll just put a link there to my webpage and you can copy and paste from there these commands. And they are specific, so it's good to get, you need to get them right. So first thing we need to do, according to my cheat sheet, is go get the firmware from Linksys, the stock firmware from Linksys. So the way you do that, just type in MR7350, and here put in firmware. Just do a Google search and you'll get there. So MR7350 firmware, and you'll see Linksys MR7350 support. Click on that and scroll down on this page once you get there, and you'll see downloads, documents, and user guides. We're going to click on firmware and we're going to click on download. Again, get the appropriate one for the router you're using. And again, this is only for the MR7350, 40, 20, and 10. So here I'm going to download this to downloads. I'm going to create a directory here just for this video, and I'm going to call that MR7350. Make it easy. Open it up, and I'm just going to place it in there. There we go. We've got the firmware. Step one, minimize that. Now we've created a directory and dumped it in there. Here we're going to go to search here at the bottom of your window, and we're going to type in CMD. So just click on the search and type in CMD. You'll get the command prompt. Run it as administrator. Click yes. There we go. Next step is to copy this firmware from our computer to the router. Now, only do this using Ethernet. So what I mean is, use an Ethernet cable from the back of your router, one of the LAN ports, back here as you can see, one of those LAN ports there, and use an Ethernet cable straight to your computer, your PC, whatever you're using, laptop, straight to that, and turn off the Wi-Fi. You do not want to do this through Wi-Fi. You only want to flash your firmware through Ethernet. And if you don't have an Ethernet cable on your PC or your laptop, you can buy one of these for about $10 each. These are 1 gigabit Ethernet dongles, and they come in USB-A, and this one comes with USB-A and C, so you have the full gambit on USB. Works really well, and recommend it if you don't have one. Do that, and I'll put links for that in the video description below. Next thing we need to do is change directories to where we actually put the actual firmware so that we can copy it over to that router. So let's do that. Now, the easiest way to do that is go here and click on downloads and the MR7350 directory. Double click on that, and then you can see the image file right there. And the way to get what we want to do is get the path, which makes life real easy. Just click on that like this, and then it'll give you the path. And here, just copy it. So right click it, copy. And over here, just go back to the black box and type in CD, so Charlie Delta, and then right click anywhere on the black box. and then hit enter. There you go. So now at this point, what we're going to do is copy that command and copy that over to that file over to the router. So highlight that, copy it. There we go. And if you want to make sure that the file is there, just type in dir, and you can see that it's right there, right? So we're going to copy that command over, scp space dash capital O, and then the rest of it. And again, just copy it from the comment section or my web page, and it's going into the temp directory. That's where we're putting it. So just hit enter, and here we're going to type in the password for the router. There you go, and ta-da, just copies it over. Now what we're going to do now is move over to the router. So we're going to go through this command prompt and just SSH into the router. So type in SSH, then root, and then at 192.168.1.1. As you can see here, you could again just copy it from here if you wish. And here we go. And again, you got to log in. Here we go. And you get the usual login prompt from SSH in your router. And if you haven't been there, this is what it looks like. Now, once we're there, we're going to do this. See this command right here? We're going to copy it, drop it in here, and then right click, and it will paste it in. Hit enter, and you see that I got a 1 here. Now you may get a 2. There's only 2 options you're going to get, 1 or 2. So since I got a 1, if you look over here on my cheat sheet, right, it says you're going to get 1 or 2. Take note, right? If you get a 1, right, then you're going to use this portion right here, right? If that command gave you 1, then we're going to do this. If it gave you a 2, then you're going to skip that part, and you're going to go down here to this part and do what it says down here. Pretty well the same commands, but again, if you got a 2, do this portion of the script, and if you got a 1, do this portion of the script. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the 1 portion, assuming you've got a 1. If you got a 2, then do the second part. So here we're going to type in cd and temp. So cd to /tmp. Well, helps if we're typing there. There we go. cd /tmp. Enter. If you do an ls here, to type in ls for list, and you can see that the image file is right there, which is what we need. Now, we're going to take this DD command right here, just copy it straight out. Again, it's different. If you got a 2, I got a 1. So here, just paste it in, and then just hit enter. And very quickly does a write, so that's great. Now we do it again with this command. So copy it, highlight it, copy it, paste it over here again, hit enter. That's that. Now we got to flash it. So copy that command. There we go. And just paste it in here, hit enter, let it do its thing. All right. Once it's done, go to the next command, copy it, paste it over here, and it does its erasing writing thing. All right. Now, this router has 2 partitions, so that's why there's 2 separate scripts here to do this, because depending on which one is the primary for you, which is mine, it's 1, but yours could be 2. There's 2 different partitions. So what we're doing right now is we're flashing a partition, so back to the stock firmware, and then we're going to go to it. Now, the one we just did is the alternate one to the one we're in. So what I did is I flashed partition 2 to the firmware, stock firmware from Linksys, right? So again, I know it gets a little confusing, but again, if you follow these steps, you get a 1, you flash the second partition. You get a 2, you flash the first partition, and that's covered in those commands. So now the next thing we need to do here is to set this to boot to partition 2, right? Again, like I said, all in the cheat sheet. So put that command in, nothing really happens. If you want to see it, that it's now going to boot off partition 2, then all you really need to do that is just go up here and copy this command, the print command right there. Paste it in there, hit enter. And now you can see that it says 2, right? So again, it's set. Here we're just going to type in reboot, and that'll reboot the router and kick you out of it. There we are, we're out of it. Connection closed. The router will reboot, and once that does that, we're going to go and open it up. And I'll show you how to finish this off. So back to our window here. Go back to the router, which is 192.168.1.1. I'm not sure whether it's there yet or not, but we'll see in a second. Nope, not yet. Okay, it took a little bit, so I cut to it, and here's the primary page you're always going to get. Now, just click, I just click on the phone here, and it's going to ask you to log in. The default password is admin, and if that doesn't get you in, do a hard reset using the reset button on the back. It's a red, it says reset, and it's a red button. Just hold it down for about 15 to 20 seconds, and that should bring it back to the stock password. But I'm going with that here. It's admin. There we go. And as you can see, we're in the stock firmware, but we're not done yet. Remember, there's 2 partitions. So the other partition that we have in here still has OpenWrt on it. Now, if you want to leave it that way, you can. That's up to you, right? But really, if you're returning it to stock, you want to format both of them as that, which is as stock firmware. So the way you do that here, and I'll show you a little trick that they did, you hit on connectivity, and normally it's checking for an update. It says, nodes are up to date, right? So it says, and here's what it tells you all about it, right? The MR73 notice how they say 7300 series, right? So regardless, there's no place here where you can say upload a firmware file. They hid that. And the way they hid that is down here. You see this little CA at the bottom right? Click on that CA. Right? Now you get the option to choose a file. And you want to do this because you need to put the firmware file on both partitions to finish this off. So choose a file after getting there. Go to downloads, MR7350. Choose that same image file we downloaded originally. Hit open and then hit start. Yes. It'll do its thing and flash the firmware, and you can see the lights flashing on the router. Well, actually you can't, but I can. You'll see yours. Once this is done, it'll reboot, and at that point, well, I'll just cut it and then pick it up after it's done rebooting and then show you that it's working perfectly fine. My router is rebooted. I'm back to this connectivity page. Let's see what's going on in the rest of it. There it says it's connected. So go back to connectivity. It'll try and check for updates. It won't find any. It says up to date. So here's the detail. And once again, remember, you got to go down here to this CA little link to actually get the file, manual, choose file option. They hid it for some reason. I don't know why. But regardless, that's the router returned back to stock from OpenWrt. I will be doing one for DD-WRT as well. Once again, comment section below. Put your comments, suggestions, anything you want to say to me, put it down there. Questions, whatever you got, put it there. I do read those daily and respond to them daily as well. And I do my best to get it to everybody. So please put that in there. I really love your feedback. Also in the video description, links for stuff like the USB adapter and all various other hardware that I recommend and use. Those are affiliate links. They help me out. So I appreciate if you use those, and it doesn't cost you any more than just going to Amazon directly and buying the stuff directly. So use those, help me out. I appreciate it. Also, if you like this video and it helped you out in some way, do me a huge favor. Give me a thumbs up. That helps this video to get seen on YouTube, and it helps other people to see this video, which helps them as well. So I appreciate that. Give me a like. Also, if you like my content and you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. As part of the process of subscribing, hit the bell icon. Then you'll be notified every time I put up a new video, and you can watch it at your own leisure. Once again, like always, take care of yourself, take care of others, stay healthy, stay safe, stay happy, and we'll see you in the next video.